Hey, welcome back to Eagles Comics. I'm Evil Mike, and I got a review for you from DC Comics. This is Harley Quinn, the Eat, Bang, Kill Tour, issue number 2. I know I'm a little behind on this review, but it's the digital version of this comic. It was a digital first. They came out with all the issues online, and it was like right when I started reading digital, and I should have grabbed them all. But for some reason they started taking down the earlier issues, and now I think they're about to release issue number 4. So I kind of missed 2 and 3, but I got them again. So here we go. Who's What's Wins? It is written by T. Franklin, art by Max Sarin, colors by Marissa, Louise, and letters by Taylor Esposito. And it's basically picking up right where the second issue left off. You know, Harley and Poison Ivy, they are still on their honeymoon. They were leaving Gotham, being trailed by Gordon, and he's trying to capture them. They do have Frank and Lou, her two laughing hyenas, in the car with them, but they are basically still on that journey. As they are going on that journey, back and forth banter in this comic. First off, the art is just amazing. In my opinion, this is by far one of the best DC, as far as art goes. That's just my opinion. And it's not to say that, I mean, come on, if you watch my reviews, I like a lot of the different art, but man, the art, it just pops, and the likeness to the animated series. And so we're traveling along with Harley and Frank and Lou in the back, and Pamela, Poison Ivy, she kind of makes a statement about are Frank and Lou gonna go the whole journey, because they plan on making different stops, and Harley starts thinking about it. She's like, no, let's find him a babysitter, and they come up with Catwoman to drop them off at Selena's place. So they take a detour, and they stop off in Alleytown where Selena resides, and as they're getting close, there's a couple different random incidences. Pamela feels like they're being followed. We do see as the readers that they are being followed by Commissioner Gordon and a group of detectives. He keeps stating that he's trying to bring Gotham City back into the USA, and he's going to do whatever it takes to accomplish that goal. Most of the issue is dealing with one sentence, and it's like Harley states to Poison Ivy about them being together forever, and with everything in the wedding that just happened, and then now they're on their honeymoon and this and that, it's a little too quick for Poison Ivy. So she kind of makes a statement to Harley, and it's the whole rest of the episode they're kind of dwelling on that issue. It never is especially not in this issue, it's never tackled or anything, but they do bring it up, and they both kind of get upset. They both they get back in love with each other. It's momentarily, but on both events, because eventually they get holstered by Jim Gordon and the detectives, because as soon as they get to Selena, which is pretty funny in itself, the laughing hyenas keep trying to eat the kittens, and Harley is she keeps stating that the hyenas are vegetarians, but eventually, as they're getting kind of settled with Selena, and kind of getting on board with the idea of watching Frank and Lou while they're gone, Selena's more insistent with Pamela trying to figure out what's going on with her and Harley, because that's kind of new as well. You know what I'm saying? She's not really used to that. So she's kind of, trying to figure out about that. So eventually Jim Gordon does show up, and as soon as he shows up, he just starts throwing grenades at the building, exploding the lower floor. And doing so, getting the attention of Selena and Harley and Poison Ivy. They kind of start to fight back for a second, and then he just starts throwing more grenades, and so they just all take off running through the top part of the building. And eventually Batman shows up, and he even tries, it kind of makes Jim Gordon look like the supervillain, because Batman shows up to take down Jim Gordon, in that said style, and Jim Gordon's just like, and he's just tossing grenades, and Batman's like, no, Jim, you can't do that. He's like, you're the villain now, look what you're doing. And he has this whole like bad spiel that goes on, and Jim's like, no, but I gotta do this, man, I gotta get Gotham back on the map, he's willing, he's willing to kill himself for it. That part of the book was really funny. But eventually there's Harley, Selina, and Harley Quinn make it out of the building using poison ivy's like vines. They end up getting back to their car and taking off. And as they're taking off, of course, Jim Gordon makes it to his van, and they start this high speed pursuit. And Batman shows up again, and he jumps on the side and hood of the van that Jim Gordon's driving in, and Jim Gordon's like, man, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to save Gotham, and Batman's like, no, Jim, no. And basically he throws Batman off the truck, and the last we see is Batman falling, and Jim still after Harley, Poison, and Selina. And that's where this issue leaves off. It was really quick. The comic is, it's actually a lot of reading that goes into it, but a lot of it is jokes and banter and stuff like that. But man, if you have not picked up this issue and you love anything DC or Harley or it is just a fun thrill ride. I have issue number 3 coming up next. Be on the lookout for that. Please like, comment, subscribe. Those comments are gold. I'm actually headed to an LCS right now, and when I get back, I'll show you what I got. Alright guys, bye!